in my opinion, is for suckers. And you're about to find out why I believe that in a minute. And I don't even know why the gurus keep telling us this. We're entrepreneurs. And not only that, we've got way too many tools out here to be focusing. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be showing you a couple of things that I'm using just on a day to day basis. And the ideal of focusing is ridiculous. So I'll give you an example. So earlier today, I had probably, I don't know, four things to do. First, I got to get up and get my coffee. Y'all know how I am. I love the coffee, right? And y'all have been generous with me and have been buying me coffees, and I, for one, appreciate it. So if you want to go ahead and buy me some more, just click here, and I will tell you I'm loving it. But anyway, so four things. All these things involve doing different type of stuff. For example, I get up. First thing I do is I am inside of coffee house and I'm putting together some videos. So I'm editing some videos. Now I still do a lot of that my own self. I edit my own videos. I used to use a service and all that kind of stuff, and that just got out of hand. So now I pretty much do them myself. I can't say that they're great. That's why I started doing lives. Like, look, I don't have time for all that. But anyway, so after I get done with that, now keep in mind that as I'm doing the video, I'm editing the video, then I go over, and I'll show you here in a minute. I go over to one of the sites that I'm going to use to create the thumbnail. All right. I'm going to mention a few things, a few sites today. And again, these sites have helped me tremendously. So I go over, give you an overview. So I go over, edit the video out. Boom. That's one. Then I take the video and I say, well, I'm going to send it over to another tool that I'm using. And then on the other tool, it's going to give me the transcript. So I take the transcript and then I take the transcript, I put it in one of the GPTs. I use quite a few of them. Then I say, okay, great. What am I going to do with this GPT, this particular one? Now, this particular GPT, it kind of will give you a broad idea of what you should do. Here's some ideas. You don't have to take the ideas because these GPTs will hallucinate and tell you all kinds of stuff. But anyway, and why I believe focusing is a fool's errand and I think it's for suckers is because we're like kids in candy store now. We've got tools that'll let us create just about anything. And I'm going to show you a tool right now that I was creating a video or a thumbnail with or using. And I love this tool, man. So here's the tool here. I'm going to look at these. Look at this. Now I got a chance to literally put all these thumbnails together. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now, this is for one of my other channels. I was saying, hey, before AI, after AI, I said, AI is making me an asshole, right? I think I mentioned that on another one, right? So here it is, right? And this is me screaming and tripping. And this is my buddy Rob. He's all calm and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and download that one. But I actually wanted to, and so now, okay, that's one, right? So now I go over and I couldn't quite get it right. Look at this. It's like, are you becoming this? I don't like that one. So sometimes you got to work with these tools. Are you becoming this? For AI, after AI. All right. Now I didn't like those, but then some of the other ones that it gave me, you kind of go back and forth to them. Here's the big deal. So on this right here, what I did was I used a prompt, and I used to, I come up with some pretty good prompts myself, but then I kind of go over to ChatGPT and I says, ChatGPT, create me a prompt because I don't really care for my prompt. And it said, look at this, split screen, before, after composition, left side, calm, professional, blah, blah, blah. So it did it pretty good. And I wanted my boy Rob in there, and I wanted an image of myself in there. I'll probably end up going with this is, are you becoming this? And then what I'll do is go over to the channel itself, and upload the video, right? The video right now is over on YouTube, just kind of cooling off. And I'll go over there and I'll put this in. And literally, it talks about what I was able to talk about was, hey, how AI is just making us like weird now. We expect so many things. We got all these tools. We can use 1,000 tools. This one's got 3,500 tools. Come on, now you're not going to go through all those tools. But what it does do is give you a chance to use a lot of stuff. Because when we start talking about what we're creating, right? Let me go back over to Excalidraw, right? We start talking about this is what we're creating. We are creating all kinds of products. Right now, yesterday, I've been getting a lot of good information about, showing you how to take a PDF, a regular old PDF, or taking a regular old PowerPoint and turn it into all kinds of stuff, right? And this is how I get a lot of these products created because I'll take a PDF and just crush it. But I want to offer you the opportunity to come into some of the stuff that I do all the time. I'm telling you, for the month of December, you can just call me up and get the coaching for a price you decide. I should just put a price on it. All right, this is what I normally charge, but this is what you get a chance to book me for, right? Because sometimes people are having a hard time. I don't know what to ask, they say. All right, forget about it. So anyway, this is what we're going to be talking about today. If you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and like the channel. I want you to help the algorithm do its thing. If you like it, comment, talk to me. I can see some of the comments I had coming in from Facebook and all that kind of stuff, right? So I got Facebook on here. I got a couple of Facebook groups that I own, and I got a couple of channels. All right, so I can see some of the comments coming in, and today I got an email, and somebody says, "Hey, I really enjoyed you telling me how to create the PowerPoints. I want to learn more about that." All right, so that's what I'm saying. Come on in. You get me for the month of December because I don't believe in those cyber Mondays and all that kind of stuff. 2 days. Y'all know if y'all heard me before. 2 days. So now today, I'm just going to be showing you a couple of tools that I use to just make this stuff so much easier. That's one of the key things is we want to make this easy so we can create digital products at scale. We can do stuff like this. We can go out there and create fast. And if we're using certain tools, then that allows us to do it even faster. That's what I want to make sure that you know that we can do all the time. Okay. So when I say that tool that I just showed you is Excalidraw. Now on Excalidraw, I can just put up a whole bunch of stuff and use it kind of like, I don't like cue cards and I don't like scripts and all that kind of stuff, but I use the Excalidraw sometime to create stuff like that. I'm going to give you an example. Let me show you that again because somebody was telling me the other day, they says, man, I really like that Excalidraw. And I said, I do too, because it's free and, you can do some stuff. Look at this. So one of the things a long time ago, I like doing stuff like this. This is something I was talking about. If you're tired of blah, I can use this kind of as my script. If you notice, you can put all kind of cool stuff on this thing. And anytime that I'm getting ready to build something out, I may, use the Excalidraw. Some of this stuff I can just get rid of because these are older. But what I was doing was doing a coaching call, and then you get a chance to do little stuff like this, how you can connect everything. Here's a book, entryway, one on session, all kind of little mapping things you can do, like I did with this one right here. I can map stuff out, and that is so much fun. It's really easy to use. Again, this is one of those gems that I like dropping on you. Not only am I going to be showing you how to create these kinds of things, but I'm showing you the tools to use. So hopefully you say, man, this is good. The law of reciprocity works. And you say, I'm so happy that Randy showed me this. Now I want to work with him. And then you come in and we work together. It's kind of simple as that. So anyway, I was telling you about the 4 things. So on the 4 things, I had a chance to not only do a meeting today. So I did a meeting from about 2 o'clock to about 4 o'clock. Then we did another part of that meeting from 4 to about 4:30. Then I came home. Then I came back, and then I did a coaching session for 2 hours. So now when you got the gurus out there saying you should focus. That's why I think this focus is for suckers. In a day like this, you want to be, eh, you talk about being bored. Oh my gosh. And I used to think about it like this. I says, you know what? Guess who focused? Blockbuster. They focused. And where are they right now? Who else focused? Well, Kodak focused on the kind of thing that it was doing. It says, well, we understand that there's this thing called digital photography coming, but nah, we really like what we're doing. So they focused and they got put out of business. So focus is for suckers, and I think it's also for broke people. Now, there's some people that's all they do is focus, and I guess they have results. But then I look at a dude like Musk. Depending how you feel about him, he didn't focus. He says, "I'm going to start these three things, and I'm going to see how they go," and all three of them worked. Right, I don't know about Solar City, but I mean, you start thinking about, wait a minute, you just have to put in intense time. Now, I'm not trying to do all of those things at the same time, even though my office might, make me a liar, but I have single minded things at a time. I may do 4 to 5 things that day, but one at a time. Y'all get it? So focus, yes, is for suckers. If that's all you're doing all day long, oh my gosh, no way. Now, again, the fourth thing, then I got a chance to come home and jump on this live and show y'all how to take these moments that are happening in your life and monetize them. I wouldn't be the monetize your life guy. I wouldn't. That's why I'm doing this 30 days. Look at this. It says right there, build products, sell products every day for 30 days. Every day we are building something every single day. And and now as a result of this, I'm getting all kind of calls. People are saying, we'd like to partner with you, all these different things. It's only been 8 days. So don't tell me that focusing is the thing that makes you successful. It is a lie. I say we do one thing at a time, but we may do 4 to 5 things that day. Now, how I say it is concentrate on that one thing at that particular time. Like right now, I'm concentrating on this live. I'm not, fumbling around with doing this, that, and the third. I'm not trying to, hang drapes and all that kind of stuff. I'm literally getting in here talking to you about it. Now, I want to show you some tools that I'm using. I use, System.io to build out my whole business. I use Zenler from time to time. And I'm going to tell you, there's an honorable mention. I got to mention them. I'm going to fill it for all of them. But if I don't use the tool, here's the thing. When I get people calling me up, sending me information by way of email, and they say, hey, we would really like you to try our tool. I told a tool today. I says, I'll try it, but this is what I expect. 50% commission. Because if I'm going to be in it, and I like to train people on these things too. So when I don't just like say, hey, here's a tool. I see some people out there, they say, this is a tool, and you kind of got it. You get a feeling they're A, not using it. B, they couldn't train you on it. I can train you on that stuff. You can grab the tool in the link, and then you can call me up and says, hey man, could you help me train on this? And my technical assistance, that's what I'll do. And then you'll see me using the tools. Why I like to put them up there. You see me using Excalidraw. You see me using, Claude Code or Claude or something like that, right? To do different things. You see me using ChatGPT. I'm using the tools. I keep thinking this thing could just show you this, but it doesn't. I gotta fix that. So you see that I'm actually using the tools, right? In this particular one, I wanted to upload a video, but guess what? Here's what happened. This is funny. So I wanted to upload a video, and look at this thing. This thing lied to me. Can I upload a raw video? Look at this. Watch this. Remember I told you about how, sometimes your GPTs lie to you? And it says, you can upload a video file, and I'll be able to see it. but I should be upfront with my limitations. I can't watch it or view the actual video. Okay. We want to get some stuff that can, right? Some of these tools can do that. In fact, if you go over to Notebook LM, it can read the video. All right. So anyway, I can't analyze what's happening in the video. So I'm okay. I'm like, well, can you transcribe the words then? Because I had a small video and I just wanted to load it up and I didn't want to have to go through some of the other tools, right? So look at this. Now I'm showing you how we start the process of creating the digital product, right? So, okay, start off as a video, then I'm going to be turning it into something else, going to repurpose it in a very specific way. All right, so it says, yes, I can transcribe the video or the audio from the video. Here's how it would work. So it tells me literally that it can do it. Now you see that, right? So y'all know I'm not tripping. I extract the audio track, lose and blah, 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 right? Okay, great, great, great. After transcribing the words, I'll suggest 3 to 4. Now, this is what I wanted to do. This is me beginning to now use the tool so that it gets me the stuff that I want to eventually sell. All right. Now, it says, great. After transcribing the words out, I say to it, suggest 3 to 4 landing page creations. All right. Now it says, okay, great. Upload the video. And it says, well, and then I discovered that the video is too big. It says, well, I can't take any more than this, whatever. And it was like, the video was like 31 megabytes. Now, here is where a lot of people get stuck. And this is gem drop number 2 for the day, is when you get stuck, I want you to do this. All right. So this case, it's telling me what, some things to do. Go over to Handbrake. I do have Handbrake. But it's kind of it's an older tool and it's pretty good, but I don't want to have to do all that, right? So, but it's giving me some suggestions. I wanted the raw file. At that point, this is where you start thinking, okay, what should I do to give it what it needs so I can get to my landing pages? If I can get to my landing pages, then I can get to the other stuff, right? Because I'm going to be creating the digital products. So here it is. It says, I use a tool, blah, blah, blah. I use a tool this way, da, da, da. So it's going through all this kind of stuff, right? So I'm going, okay, forget that. And I was doing a favor for some friends. I saw their video and I said, you know what? I would like to build them a nice little site. And if they want to continue on with their collaboration, then I come in and I'm not asking permission. I'm just saying, hey, look, these are my friends. I'm going to do this for them. I saw it out there. I have the skill set. I've got the ability. I can, code some stuff up real quick, blah, blah, blah. So I said, I'm going to do it. Now, I want to share something with you before I go on, is that imagine doing that. You start going out there saying, I need to drum up some business. But instead of going out asking for permission, just do it. Just do the work. Do the work. Now, I showed y'all a couple of videos. I think it was video number 1, day 1, day 2, how I did that for this caulking guy. I saw the caulking guy. I like this business. I says, I'm going to build him a thing. Now, I haven't gone around to calling him or anything like that. But I built it out. It looked great. And I says, all right, cool. Now, for my friends, I says, okay, I'm going to build it for them. And then I'm going to send it to them and says, hey, if y'all want to continue on with what your collaboration, here's something for you. Okay. So anyway, I'm plugging it in. I got the video. I'm taking the video. I'm getting the words out the best I can. Right. It's telling me some things I can use, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. And then we get down to, I discovered that this thing couldn't work that well. So I had to go over to a couple of places. Now, here's one I'm going to show you. This is free to use unless you're just using a lot of it. If you do a lot of it, then it's going to say, nah, bro, you got to start, paying us some money. So I try to use some of these tools so I can get it done for free first. And if I love it, then I buy it. And if I buy it, then I want to be able to have a chance to sell it. And this is something you'll learn as well. All right. Now, this right here, I love PDF. Right. So here's a place where you can go and do a whole bunch of cool stuff, right? You can merge PDFs, split PDFs, compress them things. You can take a PDF and it'll go and put it into a Word doc. That's really valuable. Why? Because we may get a PDF and we want to turn it into something else. So we got to first open it up. We got to crack the PDF, if you will. So this gives you all kind of cool stuff. Look at this. PowerPoint to PDF. Sometimes it's better for me to put a PowerPoint in a PDF format. And there is a very specific reason why. Now, if you're working with me, you already know why. If you already work with me, then you already know why. I'll give you an example. So, you want to buy me some coffee? I'll tell you why. Literally, buy me the coffee, put in the coffee in the once you buy the coffee, it gives me a notice that somebody bought a coffee, and then you get to write a little note. And then I'll share with you all that kind of stuff, right? Let me go ahead and let you know that here are some places where you can see some of the things I've already created. I'm gonna just let that run a little bit. And then once you see some of the places, things that I've already done, some of the things that I'll help you build, then perhaps you come in, get on my calendar. We'll work together. Trust me, I'm not going to charge you a whole bunch of money. Settle down. I'm going to do it because it's Christmas time. And I know people are saving their money. They're making sure they want to buy their loved ones stuff. But I want to show you something. Hopefully I get a chance to put it in here if I don't start staticking out too much. I want to show you something I literally built not too long ago. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up. If I can find it here. Let me see. Again, I don't script these. I don't script these videos. And I don't know if I'm going to start scripting the lives. Maybe I'll keep myself a little bit of a, after this 30 days is up, maybe I'll put some, if it's bothering you too much, you just let me know. Says, bro, you were all over the place. I don't know what to say. Whatever. Right. So I want to show you this one thing that I created recently. Give them the gift. The gift. So I'll try to find that really quick. It's something I created really fast. But I want to show you how, we go about doing this stuff. Here it is. I think you're going to like this, man. This is Jim. How about this holiday season? All right. Yeah, you're going to like this. And I'll show you what we're going to do with it. All right. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. This is how we start, again, creating multiple things so that we can go out there and make ourselves a good living. Again, this is just educational for educational purposes. I'm not giving you financial advice. People that try to make money online usually don't. People that try to make money offline usually don't. But if I show you this, the idea is that you say, wait a minute, this guy is creating all of these little things he wants to show me, and all I got to do is buy him some coffee and call him up, get on his calendar. Just saying. But look, here is a commercial. I'm going to be running this commercial probably starting in, let's see, I think I slow down a little bit tomorrow. So I'll probably run this tomorrow. But look at this. How about this holiday season? You give them the gift of how to make a good living so that they can get off your couch. So they can get off your couch. And then what I'm doing is, giving them the opportunity to come into the Monetize Your Life stuff that I do, that I'm teaching all the time, right? I didn't leave that in the description field. So send me a note, remind me, and I'll get it over to you. But this is the point, right? So that they can get off your couch. That's the part I like. I says, man, this right here is going to smash, right? And this is giving them the gift of how to make a good living. Imagine when you were coming up and you had a couple bucks in your pocket, or you didn't have any money in your pocket, and somebody gave you this gift. They gave you the gift of getting some coaching from somebody. And you go, hey, look, you go to that guy. You go to that guy, or you got to get off my couch. I can tell you that. Imagine you having gotten that instead of some of the stuff that you got, may have taken it back, turned it back in, and gotten the money out of it or whatever. This is the gift that keeps on giving. The gift that gives them the chance to make a good living. And I'm not going to rhyme anymore, but that's it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to say, hey, listen, this is what we're creating. This is what I'm going to be teaching you. This is why the shirt talks about this: build products, sell products every day for 30 days. Yes, every day for 30 days. And I'm going to show you how to make these little things right here. How to make a good living so that they can get off your couch. so that they can get off your couch. Right? And this the monetize your life guy. You probably see that back there, right? The monetize your life guy. I wouldn't be a monetize your life guy worth his salt if I wasn't showing you how to take these little things and turn them into things that make you money. If I didn't show you what you just saw over there with creating a thumbnail. Now, could you create a thumbnail for yourself? Yes. Could you create a thumbnail for others? Yeah. Guess who? I don't want to create all these things, right? I can be a bottleneck. All right. So let me show you a couple other things. I showed you I love PDF. You're going to be wanting to use I love PDF. Another one here is going to be TinyWow. I love TinyWow. This right here, TinyWow has saved my tail. I'm going to just tell you like that. It just has saved my tail. And TinyWow is one of those spots where in a pinch, you use it. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up. I'm running around over here and I'm pulling up different things. This is on my new scene. I know. Let's see, TinyWow. Where is it? There. Okay, it's not showing up for me. I'll get it to show up for me. And then once we do that, then let's see, cancel that. Oh, there it is. I love PDF. There's the thumbnail prompt. I got that one. Convert video to text. Let's see, hold on a second. Maybe that's it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, watch this, y'all. So one of the things over here at TinyWow, you say, hey, what do I want to do? Convert a file to text. So you got some videos out there, just drop them in TinyWow. Now, see, this is how they make their money. They put ads on here. And what a gift. When you look at something like this and you say to yourself, wait a minute, there are a site that's giving away free stuff. And on this site, when you come over here, maybe you click on one of these ads and then they get money. So hopefully you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, if I did that, could I make money? Yeah, the answer is heck yeah. And that's what we want you to do is go ahead and see how this is done. That's why I like to teach it this way. That's why I do these kind of workshops. It's like, I'm going to show you this stuff. I'm going to ask you, hey, do you want to come work with me so I can show you even deeper in a different way? And if that's the case, then you do it too. But look at this. You can go ahead and do all kinds of stuff here. Like if you notice, I love PDF and TinyWow is kind of similar. I like this one right here, PDF to Excel, all kinds of stuff. Now, some of the stuff, it doesn't do a great job at, but it's free. Come on. What else could you do? Now you got all these different things. Look at this. I don't like using these because some of these things are, they're using some old school LLMs, man. I'm like, I don't know about that. But sometimes if you just need a little help, you just need to get going. Oh, I got to show you this right here. You notice this? I'm going to give you a tip. I shouldn't even do this because this is some advanced stuff, right? But I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. So I look at stuff like this, right? And I may go, what's that? That looks pretty cool. And it's an ear cuff. So then you go, wait a minute, an ear cuff? Yeah. Then you might go, remember, I think one of the first tools I showed y'all is on ear cuffs, right? So look at this. We remember we were looking at vibe coding, but this is right here, ear cuffs. First I go ear cuff, then I'm going to hit. I didn't put this tool in the description field. If you want me to show you how to use it, just give me a call and we'll work it out. But look at this. When I look at something like this, you see I got an idea from looking at a free site and I go, that's pretty neat. I like that thing. What that then causes me to do is go over here and look it up to see how many people search for this tool. Are y'all getting the tip here? Here's a gem. Boom, it just fell on the ground. I'm getting excited. My bad. But look at this. Ear cuff, 14,800 times it's being searched out. Now, I don't know about you, but that suggests people buy ear cuffs. Now, If people buy ear cuffs, what should you be selling? Ear cuffs. Figure it out. So what I would do, and I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna give it to you. Look at this. So we've got ear cuffs, United States, keyword going nuts, build around it. People want non-piercing earrings. And that was kind of good looking. It's stylish. You don't see a lot of it. So then you build yourself a nice little landing page like I'm going to be showing you, and you put ear cuffs on them. The ear cuffs lead over to a place where people can buy the ear cuffs. Okay. Y'all get it? You don't have to touch the ear cuffs. You just connect people that want ear cuffs. They're showing you right here they want them. They're showing you that, wait a minute, it ain't even that competitive. It's a 20. So you start thinking, now I don't know who Earl Cuff is, but I will be looking this up. Earl Cuff. Maybe it's a name, and maybe I should show you all this, but I don't know who Earl Cuff is. Hopefully, it's not anybody nasty. So look at this. Ear cufflinks, 40,500 times. Wait, maybe people were saying ear cuffs, but they spelled it Earl Cuffs. What does that suggest to you? Hopefully, it suggests to you, you go out and you create some sites, some landing pages that have Earl Cuff somewhere in the name, as if you made the mistake. People are already searching it. All right. So let's look up ear cufflinks. We say ear cufflinks. What the hell are they talking about? They're talking about money. Why? Because it's showing you that 40,500 people search for this thing. That's all I need to know. If 40,500 people are searching for this thing, I need to figure out how I can get ear cufflinks on some kind of page. Look at this, stylish ear cuff that require no piercing. So I'm going to do this too. Watch this. Same tool. I did not leave it in the description field. I don't even know if I am an affiliate for them. I can't remember. I think I am, but don't worry about it, man. You know what? You go out there and use the tool and it works for you. Great. I like to find tools that are really inexpensive so I don't have to pay for the more expensive tools. Then you kind of get your bearings around these little tools. You get good at using them. You get some repetitions in, some reps in. Then if you want to buy some of the bigger tools, you kind of know what they do. You ever done that where you go get a tool and it's like, I don't know what all this high level stuff is. That's why I teach people System IO. We teach you on Zenler. We teach you on some of the other tools. Then if you want to go get a high level, you look at all the stuff that they got and you don't get overwhelmed. You kind of have worked in some of the other tools. That's the point. That's why I call it honorable mention. All right, so look at this. Ear cuffs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go from here, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. I'm going to go over to this thing called Content Assistant. Man, I got to figure out if I'm an affiliate for them. Maybe I'll look over here. I'll look it up real quick. I got y'all. Okay. So I'm going to go over here to this thing called Content Assistant. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to show you a couple things. Ear cuffs. Remember how it was going nuts? And we're just talking about the United States. Just the United States alone. Now there's all kind of cool stuff that you can do, man. I'm about to go nuts on you and just tell you all the goody stuff. Please, if you don't have your satchel with you to pick up all these gems I'm dropping, I'll tell you, this is day 8 of gem drops. And I'm talking about not focusing. Well, wait, not focusing? No, forget that. Focusing is for suckers. That's not an interesting life, my friends. Imagine getting up and all you did is the same. Okay. No shade to anybody that does the same old thing every day. No shade, but I'm saying I did that. Been there. 20 some years working in one spot, same thing. Oh my God. And then it was like, okay, save me from this, please. So, okay, watch this. So now here we are. We got ear cuffs up. Now we got all of these different words. Now, these are all words that we can go out there and create content around. I'm going to show you some of that with some of the tools. I'll probably show you that a little bit later on because we got, 20 some more days to rock this thing, man. So look at this. We got keywords here, ear cuffs for unpierced ears, ear cuff gold, ear cuff from Amazon, ear cuff earring men. So that's another one. Well, wait a minute. Ear cuff earring. I only put in ear cuff. You see it? Ear cuff earring. So now let's go into the research mode. Research mode shows me all different articles that have been written about this. Now, if you look on my Gumroad page, then you'll see a product called How to Turn Articles into Income. If it's not on my Gumroad page, it's on my PayHip page. How to Turn Articles into Income. All right. I'm going to stop there, but you know what I mean. Yeah, here's an article. We're going to look through it. We're going to pull out stuff. We're going to rearrange it. We're going to, be inspired by it. Oh my gosh. I'm going to show you all that stuff. So here it is. Here's some questions around that. Ear cuffs. Just around that one phrase that was getting all of that. Get this. It was getting all of those searches from Google. People are in there looking it up. That's a tip that they wanted. That's a tip that they're inquiring about it. Now, what is your job? Your job is to go and start making stuff around it. So ear cuff piercings, piercings. Are ear cuffs in style? Ear cuffs comfortable? Are they comfortable? Are they uncomfortable? Are ear cuffs secure? Are ear cuff earrings? Are ear cuffs? I don't like that. Are ear cuffs in style 2025? So, what is your job to do? Are they in style? Let me show you the ones that are rocking it out. And remember, we got all of this by going to a free site, looking up something else. If I were focused on one thing, I would have lost that as an ability. I would have not seen it because I would have been focused on something else. Now I've been able to, because I was being unfocused, go in there, find an opportunity that we can quickly use some coding, maybe some coding stuff, and just crush it. Become an affiliate for these products and go crush it. Now, here's one thing I want to show you. This thing will show you all kind of cool stuff, right? Ear cuffs, search, da. Okay, yeah. I'm going to put in what they also said, earrings, because I hadn't thought about that. Yes, ear cuffs are a type of earring, but I hadn't thought about looking it up from that perspective, right? So let's go ear cuff earrings. Now let's search that out. See what it tells us. Ear cuff earrings is getting ready to search it out. And then once it comes back and it tells us more information, then it's just giving us more things that we can search out. Some people use Ahrefs, Ahrefs, and that thing is expensive. This, my friends, is not. Right? So we get a chance to go, okay, cool. What is ear cuff earrings doing? Ear cuff earrings says that, okay, competition's fairly easy, but I wanted to see what is the magic stuff. The magic stuff for me is right in here. When I go ahead and take that word and I go back over to keyword into the keyword searching, keep in mind keyword, right? Keywords, in other words, stuff people are already searching for. Bam, drop it in. Look at that. United States. Here we go. You see that's right there at 14,800. Do I need all 14,800? No, I just need a portion of it. Because whatever I'm going to sell them the first time, or whatever I'm going to share with them the first time, maybe I'm going to give them a guide. Maybe I'm going to give them some type of thing that they can go, hey, I can do this. Now, it's not a lot. 40 people, ear cuff earrings. Oh, wait a minute. Look how they spelled it. Look at that. Look at the difference. Ear cuff earrings, ear cuffs earrings. 8,100 searches. Cuffed earrings, 6,600 searches. So what does that tell you? And if you really want to go deeper, get on the call. Let's do this thing. I'm going to show you how I go about taking something like this and turning it into stuff that puts money in my pocket. Just saying. Now, again, when I say money in my pocket, I'm talking about my pockets, but most people that try this stuff don't do nothing. That's why results are not typical, implied, guaranteed, or even promised. People that try to make money online or off sometimes make nothing because they do nothing. And this is for educational purposes. That's why I tell you that, because I can't promise you're going to make any money, but this is what I do. If you go over, like I say, go over to my Gumroad page, go over to my PayHip page, and you'll see some of this stuff. You go, oh, this guy, he lied. Well, why I tell you that we're going to be creating this kind of stuff is for this reason. So now we got ear cuff earrings. We've got actual stuff that it is doing. It is actually being searched out. That's not a lie. It may be off maybe by 1,000 or 2 or whatever, but all right, that tells me a story. Then I look down here and then it says for search engine, still Google is still the biggest, even though we got AI and all that kind of stuff. We got AI engines, answer engines, we've got search engines, and then we've got AI engines. Oh, I said it. AI engines, answer engines. I'm trying to think of the other one. All right. So we got all of these as opportunities to go out there and create stuff around them. Now, create what? If you didn't see yesterday's, go back and look at all the lives. Put your earphones in, run on your treadmill at work, listen to it, and grab those gems. Bring your satchel, because I'm going to be dropping gems. And I'm telling you, you want to work with me personally, do it. Let's do it. I'm not going to send you over to one of my communities because I got, Monetize Your Life community too. I'm not going to send you over there. I didn't even put the link in there. If you want to jump into that community, great. You have to call me first because I got to know who's getting ready to come into the community. I don't want no mess. I don't want no smoke up in there. So we get up in there and we help each other out and we be of service to each other. Okay, that kind of thing. All right, so we got ear cuff earrings, but then we put the S on there, it explodes. Boom. Little things like that, y'all, that then get us positioned so that then we go, wait, if I then do that, I then can create stuff. I can create books and ebooks and checklists and landing pages and all kinds of stuff that gets people over to my stuff. And then just like the site that was free that we saw earlier, that I showed y'all earlier, that we went to this free site. Let me see if I can pull it back up real quick. We went to this free site. Remember that one? And the free site showed us all kinds of cool stuff. Because they're saying, we'll give you this for free, but we got all this other stuff. I find all kinds of stuff here. This is crazy. It's almost like, this is almost like stealing. So you see, oh, wait a minute, what is this little funny, freaky looking gadget here? Now, I can look at that and say, that ain't making it up the stairs. I don't know what you're doing. But we say, what is this? If you clicked on it, they get paid. But then why shouldn't we see what they're doing and model it? I got a video coming up. Like I say, I try not to script stuff out, but I know I want to talk about this. And it's about how we just model, literally. We do the Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan. He modeled him and ended up winning 5 championships. He did exactly what he did. If you remember, he was even sticking his tongue out like Mike at the beginning. I was like, hey, that ain't yours, bro. But he did it because he wanted to get himself into the mindset. And it also made me think about some of the old school painters, them 1600 dudes. They would see somebody else doing the cube style and they says, well, I got talent. I can do that too. And then they went on to make a bag. So I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later. But for the most part, I just want to show you some of the tools to use to then start the creation of the digital products. I want you to be able to start that process so you can look at it and go, oh, now I know what he's talking about. That's how we're going to convert ideas into products and then put them in places where we can spread the word. That's it. So, bro, if you've heard enough, sign me up. If that's you, come on in. I've left all the information for you, I think. Let's see, what do I got here? I've got the get on my calendar. That's right here. Get on the calendar. Go ahead and jump in there. And of course, if you want to support the stream, you can buy your boy some coffee. If this not working, y'all let me know. Because sometimes these things break and it'd be like, bro, I wanted to buy you some coffee and it was broke. So if that's the case, just send me a note. You can find me somewhere. Get on the calendar. You see that right there on my calendar. It'll line you up, get you in. If something happens where you don't hear from me right away, then let me know. Let me see what else I got here. You can ask me questions. Well, I don't know about that because I think I've seen people in my, let's see right here. I've seen people coming in from some at Facebook and stuff like that, but it would depend on. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, I saw it somewhere. But they were talking to me. Let's see. Anyway, don't worry about that. Jump in, grab your boy some coffee if you're so inclined to. Otherwise, we went a little long today. I like to do 30 minutes so we can get you in and get you out. But you had a chance to see these things, right? I love PDF. Look in the description field if you're seeing this on YouTube, or if you're not on YouTube, jump over to my YouTube channel. It's going to be Randy Otterbridge and the Monetize Your Life guy. All right, go over there, check it out, and just go hog wild over in there, man, and enjoy yourself. All right. Hey, this is interesting.